Okay, hello dear friends, good morning. So this is weekend, I have some time. And actually I want to make this video into Premiere so that we can chat each other with my strange face. And I want to talk something about a new thing I have just learned. Sorry. Maybe I will try to okay, maybe I will try to talk about something that I have just learned. And that is called marginal utility. It's a fancy word, but the concept is quite nothing new, which we experience, we know every day. Marginal utility, it means when you buy something, you have pleasure out of it, and your desire. This is definitely fake-nomic, not freakonomic, but fake-nomic, fake economic. I learned from a homework assignment, and then I checked online for this, so I do not remember the definition, description of this word. But from what I understand, I am trying to explain as much as I can. So marginal utility, when you buy something, you have the pleasure, not only because it's useful, it's because you want it, you need it, and you really need it, and then how much you want to, the value, it's a spiritual value. For example, you are hungry, you want to eat a burger or eat something that you want to eat the most, and they charge you $2 for a burger. You are willing, and in your spiritually it was $10 or something, the first burger. And it means so much to you. You want it. Not necessarily you really pay, but you have the will that you can pay for that price. And when you finish the first burger, you will be a little bit less hungry. And for the second burger, the spiritual value will be something like $6, $7. And the third burger will be only something like $4, $3. And the fourth burger, you are already full, and you do not want to even spend $2. Maybe you want to pay just $1. And even in the fifth or sixth burger, you pay me, I will not eat it. That is the marginal utility. How much you want to pay, or how much you desire of it. So the economics, think about how much people want, and we do not need to go into the mathematic detail, but in the real life application, since I learned it about 2 weeks ago, I pay more attention to my spending habit. Sometimes I go shopping with my son. 宝贝儿，我在 video 啊。And we see products we want to buy, and we buy only one thing. you know, you buy one thing, you get the joy maximized. The next time, or you can buy two things if you have the capacity, and you really have the capacity to consume two. If you only have the capacity to consume one, buy one thing. If you have the capacity to consume two, buy two. Do not buy one more than that. Because buying less, buying just sufficient, or even a little bit less than sufficient, it creates more desire. You want that thing. Let me first make my makeup so that I'm more viewable. I am sorry for jumping into the conclusion too quick. Let me make myself a little bit better, and then I will chat about that. So you want to get maximized joy and desire. It's a consumer psychology, and we do not learn about it because, but we know it. And when you read some book, when you do some homework, when you think or search about it, it becomes clearer, and it makes your life more enjoyable. Imagine every day you are using the thing, the only thing, the last thing in your life, as if you are living the last day of your life. That joy, that enjoyment is much more than knowing that you have abandoned things and you have ample supply of things and you do not know what to use with it, right? Does it make sense? So I have some failed decision, think about myself. For example, this makeup. Every time I go to a shop, I see some cheap makeup and some new colors, and then I want to buy it. And one day I buy one, another day I buy another, and then I have more than I need. How many do I need? I need 1, 2, 3 sets. I have 2 restrooms because sometimes my family use this restroom. I need to go to another restroom, and sometimes so I use 2 different restrooms, and I go to swim. So I have a swim bag. Here is my swim bag, or the YMCA makeup. So I only need 3. I think I have more than 3 now. And each time I need to make decision which one to use. That is not so complicated, but I am missing the joy of missing, of lacking. And the joy of lacking is a very powerful element in our life to enjoy life. If your refrigerator, let's talk about not only women, but also talk about men. You have beer in your refrigerator. You open up the refrigerator, there are many cases of beers, more than you can consume. And each beer is just a beer. You do not feel that. I don't know, am I talking the right thing? There is not that desire. Okay, I have plenty of it. I don't need to worry about it. that is a peace of mind, but that does not create, this is the last beer I have, I need to savor it. Maybe beer is not the right thing. Beer is not for savoring. And another thing, let's talk about coffee. You go to coffee shop, and they start with a tall cup, which is already so much. And if you buy a big, huge venti cup, you will have too much drink in your body and you cannot even enjoy it. Maybe because you always use it, you get used to that huge amount. But for a natural human body of an ordinary size, it's beyond our capacity. It's beyond our enjoyment of enjoying. So it is not right. So when you go next time, try it. When you go to coffee shop, you buy a tall coffee, and it is good enough. And you get more joy by drinking less. And I have a virtue sometimes, because I know sometimes if I have too many, I just don't feel right. I have my coffee in the morning. If I have one coffee, is good enough. And if I have two coffee, I feel extra joy. But actually, I cannot consume two coffee. It's not because my stomach does not have that capacity. I just mentally feel two coffee is too much for me. It is, I already start my day with more goodness than I deserve. So I pour off the other half of coffee. It may be a waste, but this waste have so much more spiritual feeling. And do I make any sense? So much of that moment feeling. I had one friend went to marathon, and he was running the first time he was running. He was thirsty. He drank a lot of water, dehydrated, and he drank a lot of water, and suddenly he got just too much water, and he could not finish the running, or he could not finish the running pleasantly. And then the second time he learned this lesson, he went drinking, and he put the water in his mouth and rinsed and spit it out, so that he was not dehydrated, and he also get the right amount of water. Another thing, he was hungry and he need to eat something, so he ate that Belgian waffle. Not completely one piece. He ate half of it, and he said, "This is just perfect." And at that moment, he, in his mind, had just, this is exactly amount I need. Not a teeny tiny little bite more, not a teeny tiny little bit less. And then he finished this game successfully. I am not talking about how much you need and how the way you need it. The point is that not to have too many things. If you have the complete waffle, if you have a big donut or something, whatever you like, it might be too much. Less is more. At some moment, less is more. Less gives us much more joy. And also, when we do shopping, we wait for the sales, because we know there will be sales, and we can wait until that day we have that sales. For example, they have milk sales, they have juice sales. If they do not have sale, I wait for another day until they have sale and then change a brand. I do not have that particular brand royalty. It's just juice or just milk. And by buying at a good price, more economical price, it gives me the joy. And I know I am taking care of my money. I'm taking care to maximize my enjoyment. And that is more important. It's not about how much money you spend. And another thing, try to avoid buying too many things. Buy too many things at one time, you lose the joy of it. Something, if you have a big garage or you have a big space to put your toilet paper, sure, you buy more. And toilet paper and what else? You do buy a lot. Kitchen towel, toilet paper, those are the things that you put in reserve. But vegetable, if you do not eat that much vegetable, don't buy big quantity. Buy one, no. Each time I buy 6. It's my lucky number. Cucumber, I buy 6. Courgette, I buy 6. Eggplant, I buy 6. Today I buy 6 cucumber, and then I do not need to buy courgette. Another time I buy. So I go to shop more often. And going shopping is a big enjoyment in my life. And I know some friends would like to go online shopping. You lose a lot of, I don't know, you do have that fun, but shopping, finishing job, finishing a day's work, go to a supermarket or go to supermarket, grocery store, a box store, is very relaxing. I like to go to Target every time. Now and then I go to Costco now and then, and it gives me a lot of joy just to seeing those pretty things, and not necessarily all the time buying things, because my joy comes from seeing, not necessarily comes from possessing. And you know what is your brand level. For example, my brand level is the cheap one. I am comfortable with a particular one that have the same function. If your particular brand is the big brand, stick to it, but do not have too many, because it does not make you happy. It makes you very temporarily happy for a few minutes, for that moment of joy. So you get addiction, you get that high feeling, oh, so happy, life is good, and you spend money, but it does not last long. The thing really lasts long, that when you go back home, you open up that things, you still want it and you need it, and you will use it every day, you will use it. So I have these lipsticks, some of these lipsticks, and they are there forever. It really does not bring me joy. So thinking about those mistakes I have made, and I did not throw it away. Still, it can be used from time to time. I will try to find a way to consume it. But just thinking about what way to consume it, it takes my brain power, right? So do not get yourself into this uncomfortable situation. The best thing is buy as many as you need, and do not buy one more than you need, because when you buy less, and survivable less. My stomach can fill up 3 burgers to be just a teeny tiny little bit full. Then you do not buy one because l'appétit vient en mangeant. Because when you buy less than you need, too much less than you need, you evoke the urge and your physical cannot meet, and your physical demand cannot agree with your stinginess. That is not good. So what I am making this video is that we all make mistakes in shopping, in spending money, but by learning, we will become smarter and smarter. And when we think about how the money works, how economy works, how the shops try to attract us, then we can make a better decision. We will not be blindfolded by advertisement. We will use our true sense to think about our action in life, in everything, in spending money. And spending money, the importance or the purpose of spending money is to make us happy. I also listened to one guy talking about get rid of student loan and get rid of debts. And he was very proud of himself doing a good job. So he moved from an individual place into his parents' basement, and for 2 years lived in basement. No friends out, no eating out, no party, no activity outside, only stay in the apartment or try as much as possible to save money during these 2 years. I kind of not agree with it. We live every day of our life, and every day of our life deserve it. If that gives him happy, no problem. If that lifestyle gives you happiness, it is not a problem. But if the lifestyle gives you happiness by going out, you need to pace it and do go out. From going out every day, change into going out once a week. Because by going there with less frequency, it creates that you want. And that want make you cherish that one moment even more. By drinking 2 cups of coffee, you can savor 1 cup of coffee even more. And you can buy a better quality coffee with the same price or even less price than 2 cups of coffee. Or even higher price than 2 cups of cheap coffee. You get maximized your joy of life, of that moment. That is important. Buy less than you need and create that urge, that appreciation, and that is important. I am not doing a good job on it, I have to admit, and I am starting to learn it and try to overcome these marketing tricks and traps. One marketing trap is, for example, if you go shopping online, they have a minimum order. You buy $50, you get free shipping. And it is a significant number, $5, $10 free shipping. But because of that, you spend much more. Originally, you need to spend only $10, and then you stuff in other things. And try to avoid it, because you have to understand you are the boss. in the commercial world. You are the consumer. The shops, they want to please you. And if there is a product that is really good, they will not get it out. It will not be out of market. And they create that urge. If you do not buy now, it's sold out, it will never come back again. Do you have to have that particular one? Must? Can you live with something similar and or something similar of another brand? Do not be trapped and do not be hooked up by a particular customer. I have something that I feel so much comfortable, I will not change. I know some cleaning products, there is one brand of face cleaning. It makes me so comfortable. Even they raise price, I will buy them. And yeah, there are things like this, Another thing I remember, yes, when we were in Australia, that was 10 years ago. If you are from Australia, maybe you know, 10 years ago, there was a big hurricane or some natural disaster. So Australia have much less products of banana, and there was a banana hype. Usually banana sells for 99 cents a kilo, 99 cents or $1, $2 a kilo, let's say, $2 a kilo. But because of the rarity, because of the natural disaster, Western Australia, the tropical area, could not produce, and Australia, the government decided not to import from other country to protect the farmers' plantation of that area. So they just increased the price, increased to $12. I remember very, very clearly, $12 a pound, a kilo. And still there are people buy. I think I have bought one time. There was one friend of mine, and she bought, and she told me she has allergy for this, allergy for that, for whatever price. That was her lifeline. She will buy. She need to buy. So make sure what is something you must have and you must do. Do not change it. If that is something you cannot live with, whatever price, you need to live your life with dignity, with integrity, and with your comfort. Money is just a tool. You use less on this, you use more on this banana, you will use less on other things. And that banana, which is $12 a kilo, will give you the sense of gold. You used to eat 6 bananas a day. Now you eat 1 banana a day. You can still survive. And that joy will maximize 20 times instead of 6 times. Okay, we are around 30 minutes. And I wish you happy every day. Enjoy your life, enjoy your mistake, and learn from your mistake. And whatever happens in your life, make sure that once you lose yourself, you lose your life. In the battle for life, never lose yourself. Treat life like a boss. You do not need to talk very bossy, but when you have power, you have confidence in your heart, you talk differently. Another thing I want to talk is about what recently I am listening to. I have listened to a teaching about finance, about economy, about physics, not so much physics, about mathematics, about Nash equilibrium, about logic and everything. There are some professors just so good. They may speak in a fast pace, but there is something that they are not rushed, and they are so confident and makes me happy. And there are people, especially in those financial services, you have to have money. If you do not have 20, if you do not have $1 million, and you are just, your life is wasted, and give us so much fear, creating those fear. It does not help. If you want to learn something, listen to someone, can talk something clearly, nicely, understandingly, comprehensively, and make you understand and make you grab the concept and put it into practice. No need for big words, no need for scaring people. You are living your life right now, and you are okay. You have been living your life for 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, already like this. There's no need to be afraid. You are here standing and kicking. The only thing is that understand at whatever age, you can still improve your life by living a little bit smarter today than yesterday, and improve yourself a little bit tomorrow than today. And that is the life goal. You have the positive life cycle. You will improve yourself better and better. It's been too long. I love you, I really do. Do I look good? Do you like to listen to me? And also another question, this is the last request. Let me know, oh gosh, the last request. If you like people talking very powerfully, or if you like to listen to people calmly, comfortably, explaining things, and make you motivated, and make you heart burning from inside. Language has power, not in the speed, but in the content, in the heart of 1,000 hearts. I love you, I really do. Do. Bye bye, friends. Silly.